under street sewers.
Greetings!
Greetings!
Oh, they're dead. The serious kind of dead, where you don't get up and start lurching around. No challenge there, sire.
Right. This was probably the best thing about what I encountered in the understreets when I visited it first time. The game crashed. So it's a shame that I can't do this blind now. There's a huge amount of undead all over the place, and I sort of racked my brain around how the fuck you're supposed to get around them. Because I certainly don't have the fighting capability to effectively take those numbers on. And the game allows you to more or less just draw blues, which are no match for anything. So the question becomes how you're supposed to do it, and it took me a while before I figured it out. There are other ways to do things. Those are fairly slow, so if you can get past them, you can get some browns. But the tricky part is this: there's obviously a brown draw location there. It's in water, so if I draw something out of it, it drowns immediately. So basically, you need to let them drown and use your blues to rescue them. That way you can draw a little bit of a fighting force out of this. The question is, how big of a fighting force do you really want to draw? Because you would need quite a bit before you can take on that amount of zombies, even with browns. And it's not exactly convenient to keep drawing with blues. You constantly have to basically just try to prevent them from drowning.
Blues!
Right. Yay for us.
Browns!
15 is a fairly healthy number.
Oh!
We could get more, but I'm not sure we want to. A lot of browns will die in the engagement, but we have a lot of blues, so unless we get totally overwhelmed, we can recover it quite nicely. What do we really want to do, though?
Browns! Blues! Browns!
Hey Browns, could you fucking do something? Yeah, Browns are Terrible guards. Terrible. They just don't function properly.
You choose all.
I choose all. Still, we got the job done.
Browns.
I would have to rely solely on my own combat capabilities and blues to be a nightmare to play. That it? That is it. Right. We need those little sticks so we can turn some thingamajig somewhere. It seems to be the thing, but I'm not quite sure what exactly does it do or where it even is. Right. So up to this point you would have need to use the blues only. More or less a single big fight, so it's not exactly a huge deal. What do we need? There's a little bit of ground there. So
Blues.
okay, go there. I need to lure the enemies to our browns. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Rescue it. Where the hell are you going? I'm still controlling them. But I'm not holding down the buttons anymore, so it's one of those things. Okay, who the hell has the stick? Ah, you had the stick. Where did you take the stick?
Blues. For you. Oh.
Has to be fairly close by. The son of a bitch wasn't away for too long.
Browns.
Ah, there we are. Ah, it's blocking us.
Blues. Browns.
Where are you taking it? Right. For range opponents. That's there's fire summoning location there. Firemen. Tons of zombies. And the zombies are blockaded in. we don't particularly want to stick our nose there. The ranged attackers can attack us. I can't do much retaliation. So fire minions would be very welcome. Have to go there, they have one of those. And fire energy on offer. No, just a regular kind. Alright, again, if we would have red, we could just position them here and they would take care of things. But we don't need a couple of reds, we need a ton of them if we want to fight some kind of undead creatures on long range. Alternatively, we would have to use blues and go into the water, but that's a terrible idea.
So the priests didn't escape the plague either. Looks like the Silent Order, sire. They have a temple within Heaven's Peak.
Where the hell are you going? Alright, another one of these. So it's the last piece that we need to take. That's the most heavily defended.
Blues! That's mine!
Fair enough.
Browns!
And extra browns. Each fire wants to get inside. No, rather we need the fire wants to get out. So this is likely the exit. And water wants to make progress here.
Blues! For you! For you! You choose browns!
Okay. Guy who we sent out to deliver the little stick and return. It's not a huge loss, but it's still an annoyance. Right. We'll have to proceed without the bronze. This is gonna suck. 10 blues is quite a lot though. I mean, it's 8 or 10, it's not gonna make much of a difference in a fight. We're gonna lose all fights, not just blues. But at least 8 can take down like a zombie or two. Of course we can always retreat, so that's not a big deal. And that's oh fuck no. Greens, reds. Okay, reds probably. And no one actually went to that fucking marker. Excellent.
Brown threads. Greens.
Yeah, this was a catastrophe. Again, because of controls though, not because it was particularly tough or anything. I had the blues as the only minion groups under control. So they were the only ones who
You choose
did a
all.
goddamn thing. Where stayed at the marker. But yeah. More or less we lost blues for nothing. That big of a deal. We have a huge ton of blue energy to spare. Still a waste. Yeah. I complain about some people being weak because they take 2 hits to take down a barrel. Blues take a tons of hits before they can bring down anything. Yeah, they're having epic fights against barrels on their own. I need to get rid of the others though anyway. Take them out of here.
Blues.
Yeah, we're not fighting with these. Resurrection or not, they still suck. I wish I just fought myself. I mean, if we are encountering enemies now, I'm much better suited for it, and I'm terrible at it. I need to find some kind of location to draw extra minions. It's the big ones that count, not the little ones. Little ones can't do shit. A little bit of extra red energy wouldn't hurt. Do I want to sacrifice them for mana? Not really. I mean, mana is nice and all, but there's the buts. As long as we have minions, mana has no real use for us. A little bit of boost that we can offer isn't gonna matter too much. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, we get a little bit of mana on hills out of this anyway.
For the Overlord! Reds!
The targets are too close, right? Still some of the shots land. Can probably clear out the zombies, but too much cost. They don't have to kill everything, just most of them. And since there's so many of them, if they miss a little bit, it's not gonna matter. Enough will do. I think pretty much at half health they'll ignite. About half a dozen still left. Not that big of a problem. We do want browns though. How many?
Blues!
6 blues. That's a healthy.
Reds!
We're going to have to go to a range fight next though, so I think I want to keep the 20 reds. We'll use the group of blues to go into the water, with me included. The reds will provide cover fire while we do it. Rather, hopefully they'll clear the place out of hostiles before we even go into the water, but you never know. I'd like some browns here just to tank, but I'm not sure if they're really necessary. Okay, what do we want? I can't go there on down there. The full group has to go.
Blues!
Hopefully they can keep the casualties low and not fully prevent them. Perfect. Perfect indeed. We want the blues to stick with us. Well, it's not too dangerous at the moment. I need to use these to loot this place anyway.
Treasure!
And you missed some of it. And for the life of me, I can't look in the correct direction. Loot the rest. Right. You cannot follow us into the water. However, you can provide fires or
Blues!
the goal is not to engage in any kind of fighting with the blues, but to entertain the opposition so the reds can actually do the killing part. Holy shit, they successfully killed something. Right, wasn't too bad. I suppose the big trick about this level is that you get past the beginning. If you get past that, then everything should be more or less clear. You missed something.
That's mine.
Still, mission accomplished. Sure, if we get access to the city, the game sort of shit on itself, roughly at this point.
You choose all.
Reds.
Might be worthwhile to try to mix the groups a little bit. There's too many reds currently. Way too many.
All.
I mean, reds are fine, but they're not gonna prevent some kind of a horde of monsters just walking all over us. They're terrible against bosses too. Yes. We need at least a little bit of a melee oomph in our group. Something I can send to hold the enemy still at the we can also send blues to take care of that. Now just some gold. Too tough for the pathfinding. Let's try it again. There's clearly more loot to be salvaged. Especially want the mana potion if I can get it.
For you.
Yeah. Okay. We can still retain a healthy amount of reds if we switch some of the browns.
Reds.
Greens. Blues.
So, just a single energy, but I'll take it.
For the Overlord.
I can't get rid of the reds. Shit. I can't just replace them immediately. I'll just look a little bit forward. If it becomes a big problem, we'll go back and switch them, but it's a bit of an annoyance to go back to just to switch them away.
Now you can see why they called the Silent Order.
Is he
Although having their
pantomiming?
mouths stitched up doesn't really give them a choice.
Still something in that direction. Did we get an autosave? I didn't notice. There's no waypoint here at least, so
Browns! Reds! Blues!
let's see what they have to say. There seems to be an infinite amount of creatures popping up. Probably not literally infinite though, otherwise you could farm the energy for eternity.
You're going the wrong way. The city's infested. The priests have shut the temple.
And all Sir William does is throw endless parties with that creepy Red Dawn lot.
He couldn't give a rat's fart about us. We're making a run for it.
Better join us if you don't want to end up with bits hanging off.
At least I can get rid of some reds.
Reds!
Ooh, we have everything here. An autosave too. Yeah, I think I'll leave things here. I want to get rid of more reds though. Right. Maybe too many blues.
Greens!
I like more greens. Greens do a lot of damage. Right. And we have a waypoint. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Some progress this time. And the Order of the Silent something. So we get an actual new quest. They were complaining about some guy holding parties. No, not really. It's all about Source of the Plague. Use sewers to enter Heaven's Peak. So Heaven's Peak probably has another boss we need to fight.
What do you...